When we're giving bids to our clients, we found that there's 4 key areas that most people are concerned about when choosing a painting contractor. First is that they want a quality job done. Second is that they want a fair price. Third is that they want to find a contractor that is trustworthy. And fourth, they want to find a contractor who's going to work and act like a true professional. If that sounds like anything that's important to you, then we'll go through and just break down simple ways to be able to grade the contractors that you're receiving bids from. So first is the quality job. The painter that you're getting a bid from should give you a detailed explanation of all of the different paint and materials that are going to be used and the different areas of the house that will be included and excluded. A lot of painters will try to cut some corners by buying cheaper paint or finding different ways to just be able to give you a lower price in the beginning to try to book the job.
Exactly, and on exterior work, prep is key to quality, so make sure that your painter does a lot of the prep work, and you can also check with the local Better Business Bureau to make sure that that painter doesn't have any marks against them.
Now the second key area is people want to be sure that they're getting a fair price. Now really the only way to be ensure that you're going to get a fair price is to get a few different bids from a few different painters.
Exactly, but you also want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. If a painter's going to use a lot of quality products, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than a cheaper painter. Some painters will also try to sneak things out, like not painting the closets, so make sure you get a detailed account of what is and is not to be painted. The third on the list of what people want most is a trustworthy painter, and we used to just have to rely on our gut feeling for who we chose to do business with, but today we can actually go online and find websites that allow us to rate and review contractors and our experiences with them.
Yeah, some of those websites like Google Live does it, kudzu.com, Yelp.com. There's several websites out there that you can go on and rate and review local businesses.
Exactly, and the last of the 4 keys is people want to have a painter that is a painting company that is full of true professionals, and a true professional will be licensed by your state, they'll be covered by a bond, will have workers' compensation insurance as well as liability insurance.
In most states, and here in California, it's a requirement for a painter to be licensed through the state. They put you through a pretty rigorous screening process to make sure that the contractor is a good person, even including an FBI background check, a knowledge-based skills test, and all these different things. So it's also important as you're choosing your contractor to make sure that they are insured and have the bond and all of that. We've all heard the stories about the handyman who falls off the ladder and then ends up suing the homeowner. So don't let that happen to you. Find somebody who's licensed, who's bonded, insured, and that just gives you the protection that you need while they're painting your house. So there could be more factors that are more important to you just depending on your unique situation, but hopefully that gets you off on the right foot. If you live in San Diego County and would like a free bid, call 619-446-6983 today.